the graphic interchange format.
Oh my gosh! Did you just say that? Did you just say that? Oh my gosh.
Can I spend 10 minutes describing the process of getting 2 times integer scale of this Dreamcast footage?
No,
for you guys to view today.
No, please.
I like how he like moves when he's in the wheel mode, and he's like, you like have to turn to talk to people, and he's just like jittering to the side. Okay, so we've already cleared out the mystic ruins of Gamma's brothers. So now we're gonna go back to the egg carrier to fucking kill some robots.
We have purged the mystic ruins.
Oh, you know what they say about the purge? It just works.
It just works.
What do you think of that hot meme?
What?
Haedox.
What meme?
The purge just works. Hey Docs, are you gonna go see the first Purge only in theaters?
No. But I hated how
it's gonna be terrible.
Michael, can you stop talking about the Purge? I want to talk about Sonic.
When Exo talks about the...
Now I see why Eric loves annoying me so much.
Why? Because you like annoying me, you rat bastard?
I'm saying that like just like the deadpan way that you get angry.
I'm not angry. I haven't been angry this entire time. I'm having fun. Having fun.
Haedox is having fun.
The best character in Sonic Adventure. Haedox gets increasingly bitter about Sonic. That should be my channel.
Well, you know, if you really want to get bitter, we can do a Splatoon Let's Play on the channel.
That's not... that would be fun. You don't like multiplayer games.
Yeah, so I'd probably be the most bitter. I'd be like...
Joke's on you. Oh, wow, that frame rate.
Yeah, I guess that backfired. So, out of all of Gamma's levels, I think Hot Shelter is easily my top favorite.
Same.
Yeah.
Because... kind of like how Hot Shelter was Amy's best level. Because it has the most enemies to blow up. There are these little side rooms here. There are lots of enemies to lock up onto all at once. And that's what's really fun in Gamma, is locking onto like 10 to 12 enemies all at once and watching that time bonus rack up. It's really fun. It's part of the reason why I prefer the SA2 levels over these, is because I feel like there's... the lock-on mechanic is like they really understood that that's what made it fun, and they kind of upped the ante on that. So you get levels like Cosmic Wall, where there's just like a shooting gallery section, and it's a lot of fun.
See, but I like Gamma's better.
Okay, well, what's your reasoning?
Okay, so the music I think is better in Gamma's story. Because I like the soundtrack of Sonic Adventure more. I like the more orchestral tunes, just personally. I also like the design of Gamma more. I like the character more. I like the story more. I find it more compelling. I like the level design.
Okay, well, personally, I'll give you the soundtrack, because that's, you know, obviously music is more subjective than most things. But... I don't know, I don't really see what the story has to do with the levels themselves.
Well, no, that's the reason why you play the game. That's the reason why you're doing what you're doing.
Like, I think the idea behind Gamma is really fascinating, but like with all of the great ideas in Sonic Adventure 1, it doesn't come through very well because the presentation is so lacking.
I feel like, though...
like, this idea of a robot who becomes conscious of itself and rebels against its creator, that's fascinating. But the dialogue is so deadpanned, and the animations look terrible, and it's just...
But I love it.
It prevents the story from really coming out.
It's so good, though.
I mean, it's like it has a nugget of an idea there that's really great, but the execution prevents it from... going all the way through.
I don't think it's perfect, but I think I like it a lot.
I like the set piece with the train.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, in terms of, like, the actual design of the levels, because, like, I think part of the problem with Gamma is that your incentive to rack up combos is that if you run out of time, you die. But it's so easy to get time back, and the time limit is so generous.
Yeah, like,
that
to kind of give EXO a bit of, I guess, I don't want to say credit because I don't know, that seems a little derogatory, but like, to add on to what EXO's saying, I guess, the whole point is to rack up time, but with that said, the levels themselves are pretty short, with this one being the one exception.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason why Hot Shelter is my favorite level to play as with Gamma, is because not only is it long enough that you could actually conceivably run out of time, but coming up here, there'll be like this shaft will drop down where you can lock on to like 10 enemies at once, and it's really fun to go through. Mm-hmm. And then you have this train set piece too, which is fun. So it's just, this was the most exciting level to play as with Gamma, in my opinion.
But
I still think
the control in this game is better.
Yeah, I do too.
Turning isn't as stiff. Like, it is. You can make the argument.
I prefer everything about the mechs except the control.
No.
So, like, the level design I much prefer. I think that the fact that getting combos gets you points for your A rank instead is a much better idea to go with for this playstyle. I thought that they did a much better job having places where you could lock onto like a bunch of enemies at once. Like basically everything that works about this level, they brought to every level on Adventure 2. Mm-hmm. Whereas the first 4 levels in this game are kind of Like the first 2 levels are so short. Like less than like maybe like 30 seconds long a piece. And then the other 3 levels, the next 2 levels aren't much longer than that. And then it's only really once you get to this level where the playstyle really seems to come into its own.
I think that if Gamma had more levels, that's funny.
Whoa!
I think that if Gamma had more levels, it would be a lot better.
I agree.
Yeah. I still don't think...
pretty much the same thing I said about Amy when we did hers. It just seems like... You know, like they brought in all these ideas, like Amy needing to hide from Zero, or, you know, just these ideas, and then they don't do anything with them in the 3 levels they have.
Sonic
and with
Adventure
Gamma, it's like
is so
he has 5 levels,
So did anyone
Sonic
notice
Adventure
the
is
Sega
so
Dreamcast
frustrating.
that are attached to his body?
Did you just die?
Well, you died.
Yeah, there are Dreamcasts. So there goes your proof that you cannot just stand in place and mash the button to defeat this boss. So you do actually have to try, which is evidently a positive. So this guy, he has a bunch of cannons. So in order to beat the boss, you have to destroy the cannons, and the cannons are sending homing shots at you. Look out, Sonic! The Time Eater just shot a homing shot!
Oh my god.
So yeah, you do actually have to spin around to get the cannons. And yeah. And it's still really easy.
That's awesome.
Well, at least this one I had to try, so I'll give it credit for that much. You can't just mash your way and be done with it.
Sonic Adventure, to me, is like, this is how I describe it. It's good, but it's also very frustrating.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
It's like, there's so many good ideas that they just don't do upon. I like a lot of the music, I like the set pieces, I like Tails a lot. Tails is my favorite playstyle. Gamma is my favorite story. I mean, Big the Cat could have actually worked if done right.
It's also made optional.
Yeah, also made optional.
I could definitely agree that they could have made him a lot better.
I think
part of the problem with Big is just that he controls terribly.
Yeah.
Whether both on the ground and in terms of the fishing itself. So there's a lot that could have been improved there.
When you're playing as Big, this presents a problem.
Ryan.
I thought it was funny.
I'm gonna hit you with this JPEG.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I love this. I love this scene.
It's gonna compress you.
Because he looks at his arm knowing that he has to kill himself too to free the Flicky. Which is why I don't think it's like conscious. Like, I think the robots are of themselves, but the flickies.
Beta.
So it's like, how do I describe it? It's like they're trapped inside, but
Oh, yeah,
there's
that's
like
the hope.
there's two people, you know? There's like two personalities, the flicky and then the robot.
I always thought the
So
flicky
I like
was
how
the
I just
robot.
clipped through that wall there,
Damn.
fell through, but it still counted as me getting up on that upper platform.
So
This is a really
who
good
else
boss
thinks
fight.
that this is the best boss in the game?
Say that again, Ryan.
I think this is the best boss in the game.
Sure, it's definitely Gamma's best boss by far.
I think
I
it's
love
just,
the music.
I think it's the best boss.
I do
period.
too. I was actually gonna say that. It's like this neat little jazz
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah,
The
because like
saxophone.
this boss is actually pretty damn involving. There's actual like story context as to what's going on here. It's
Yeah.
not just it's another form of chaos. Oh, it's
Yep.
another robot from Eggman. Like there's a reason why you two are fighting.
Yep, and I
music
like
is
that a
really
lot.
good.
I agree with you, Ryan.
Yeah,
It
this is my
has
favorite
some
boss
meaning
battle.
too, because they're both fighting for, like, they both have a purpose. Like, Beta just wants to survive and be a killing machine that is mindless, and Gamma wants to actually, like, free his brother, technically.
Yeah.
But Gamma knows that, like, it's a suicide mission too. Like, I don't know. I think this fucking game, this story is powerful.
It really
Like I
is.
said, really interesting ideas on paper.
I don't know. I still
But-
think on paper. It's not a paper. It's a video game.
Like you said, the idea of the fight is really fascinating, and so is Gamma's entire character arc and his raison d'être. But at the same time, all of those ideas are being presented through these really slow, boring,
They're not
lifeless
boring.
cutscenes.
But there's
still- it's
the
just-
ideas are still there. So
Yeah,
I don't
but it's just
understand.
like- The presentation isn't doing them justice, though.
I agree with that. That's like pretty
Oh,
obvious.
this part
I love
fucked
this.
me up when I was a kid. Bam.
Dude. I hated
So
that.
I'm not really sure what happened there. I think the idea is that the flicky inside of Beta did that to free Gamma.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what that was supposed to be, or if it was just Beta just getting a pot shot in.
It could be both. That's the thing. That's what makes it so good. But Gamma takes it anyway. He knows that's what had to be done.
And there he is. Beta.
This is like some avant-garde shit. The fuck?
Oh god, you know what? No, I take it back. This isn't the best piece in the game. This next piece.
Yeah, this
coming
next
up.
piece. Well,
This.
it's what is it called? Layup motif.
Yeah.
So, I would say it's still true. But it's so, oh my gosh.
Oh.
Dude, this still makes me choke up a little. I don't like it.
You're thinking that. What I'm thinking during this cutscene is that why is it taking him like 10 years to explode?
This is the best piece in the game, in my opinion.
You're such like a
I
fucking
love it.
cinema snob. Holy fuck. You are like, you'd fit in at CinemaSins. You'd like,
I'm just
Exo-
saying the
Exo
pace.
would be great
It's
at
like I've been
CinemaSins.
saying throughout this whole playthrough. The pacing of these cutscenes is like so slow.
oh, this.
You know what I like
love
about this scene, though?
piece.
It's like the bird turns around, and then as the other bird is flying in, it fades.
Yeah.
And then
I like
that's
this.
it. That's it. And that's
That
all
musical
you need.
piece. That piano. Oh my gosh.
So
There's
fucking
Sonic.
good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really like
That's Gamma.
I like Gamma's story a lot.
All right.
What's my second
Say a
favorite
little more
playstyle?
about that.
Well, I mean, I've talked about it throughout the playthrough. I mean, we disagree on the presentation of the ideas, and I love the idea of Gamma gaining consciousness. Before it was done in fucking Detroit, before it was done in Nier, before it was done in Westworld, you had Gamma. And yeah, there was shit before it. I don't want to hear anybody in the comments saying, oh yeah, have you heard of this media?
Haedox, you little shit.
Because, I don't know, it was fascinating to me as a kid. Made me cry as a kid when I saw Gamma die and like accept his fate. There's a lot of meaning to it there. I also kind of like his gameplay. It's fun. It's like point based. I wish they did more with it because the levels are very short. You don't feel like you're gonna run out of time, and I wish that, you know, they had given him 1 or 2 more levels to make his playthrough even longer. I also wish that he had more upgrades because I feel like only having hover as his one level design thing, like, it's like they could have done more with a robot, you know? There's so much you can do. It's like when people look back on Sonic Adventure and say that all the characters are bad, I think that statement is misguided because the characters themselves are good. They're just not given enough time to fully flesh out. And yeah, those were the limitations at the time, I feel. Of course, you know, in retrospect, anything is possible. But if you went back with $1 million, fine-tune this game to have better pacing of cutscenes, to have better audio balancing, to patch out the glitches, to fix all the bugs, and to give Gamma like a level in the snowy place, to give Gamma Ice Cap. I know what it's called. Ice Cap, the what is the radical something? The one Speed Highway. If he had a level there, like, I don't know. Just like give him more interesting boss fights too. Have the bosses actually have to fight back. Maybe instead of having to fight the same, like, you know how, is it E103 then E104 is the one in Red Mountain?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
Whatever, the one in Red Mountain. If they made that one like a lava monster or some shit, like imagine if he came out of the ground.
Well, you know, I
there's so
always
much
say
potential.
I always say it. This game is most deserving of a remake.
Yeah.
Like if there was one game that I could say, like, remake this, it will be this game.
I would agree. See, I don't even think Spyro really needed a remake as much as I'm excited for it. Like, but this would be something I would like to see remade and like had new levels and shit.
Yeah. I agree.
It could definitely benefit from that treatment.
Yeah. And I think come on. It's Sonic Adventure. Like, if they made a remake with the Chow Garden, this would sell like fucking hotcakes. You have nostalgia. You're giving people what many people love about Sonic. And
on top of that, people have been requesting the Adventure formula to come back for years.
Yeah. Sega, hire me, you know? That's what I'm saying. I can improve Sonic.
Oh, I guess it was just regular MPEG and not MPEG 2.
I like how everybody says what they can improve on with Sonic. It's just like everybody. Hire the entire internet, Sega.
Sonic Mania Adventure.
So, yeah. As for me, I agree with a lot of what Haedox said there. I think Gamma's fun. He's definitely, I definitely rank him above Amy and Big for sure. When it comes to the other 3 characters and comparing them, I'm not really sure where I'd put him, but I do think his gameplay style is a fun like idea, just like trying to rack up the highest combo you can and, you know, fighting off, you know, trying to get there in the time limit, but it's just like with Amy, it's got these ideas, but it doesn't really do anything with it, and there isn't a lot of challenge to it, and lots of interesting ideas on the story side, but it's just like, as it's been a theme with my criticism throughout the playthrough, Sonic Adventure has lots of interesting ideas, but often the presentation doesn't really do them justice. And I definitely think Gamma is a good example of that. Like, really fascinating idea about a robot rebelling against his creator, but it's presented through, frankly, really dated cutscenes that have not aged very well. And that kind of undercuts the message a lot. But in terms of, do I think he's fun to play? Yeah, I'd say so, but I'm definitely going to have to choose the Walkers in Adventure 2 over Gamma any day in terms of just fleshing out this gameplay style to its fullest extent. So yeah. Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think of Gamaroo?
He is my second favorite playstyle. I like the way
Fascinating.
I like the way how he controls. Even though the level design is short, I think it's incredibly solid and incredibly tight. Hot Shelter is the best one in my opinion, because it doesn't really it doesn't really flesh out everything, but it gives you enough time to mess around with his mechanics and to see what you can do. Mm-hmm. You know, and also has a neat little train set piece in the part with the gears. I don't understand why he of all characters have to have the slowest ladder climbing speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That is something I noticed.
Yeah.
It's like like Ryan said earlier, Big can climb ladders like a goddamn champion.
Yeah.
But Gamma, he's slow as ass.
Why do they even put ladders in games? Like, they're not even fun.
You know, that is a fantastic question.
So that way we can scream.
That is like the only ladder.
The only good ladder.
But what about the one from Charlie's Angels?
Oh, funny.
On the GameCube.
Hey XO, how about Star Fox Adventures?
Sorry, say that again.
I feel like this is a bit, Ryan.
This is
a bit, Ryan? What? I don't understand.
No,
are you speaking English?
Alright, I'm just not even gonna speak anymore.
No, just please tell me what you're trying to say.
I said Star Fox Adventures.
You want me to do Star Fox Adventures on the show?
No.
Yes.
I can only witness your torture too much.
When Haedox wants EXO to play Star Fox Adventures.
I do have to say, I just rewatching Sonic Adventure always gives me like, or even replaying it, just what's the word? It gives me like a rush of nostalgia. Just picturing like the moment where
Sonic Adventure or Star Fox Adventures?
Sonic Adventure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I can
certainly I
picture
have-
where I was 10 years ago playing this fucking game.
Yeah, I mean, I could certainly relate to that. But yeah. So that's Gamma. This is the last thing that Ryan and I are recording for this playthrough, so he and I are officially free. But
It's
as
almost
for
1:30 in the morning.
So as for you guys, though, we still have quite a bit left to go. We have Tales, and then we have the final last story segment. So we'll see you guys next time for Tales. And so until then, I'm Exio, and that was Ryan, and he was Haedox. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye!